Hi. So video on proxies, another one in the series, and this one is with DaVinci Resolve. Now, DaVinci Resolve, is the normally used to be the end of the pipeline. You basically do your edit, and then you bring everything into Resolve. You can form color and go out, and it would be your finishing suite. But now, obviously, DaVinci Resolve is so powerful now with its editing tools. You could literally do the whole thing in there, no problem whatsoever, and go from there. And obviously, it makes proxies. And yeah, it's a really powerful tool. So let's go through that one and let's have a look at how you do it within DaVinci Resolve. Resolve, I'm going to make some proxies. So I'm going to head over to the media pool. There's my T7 drive. There's my Komodo footage. But what I'm going to do, I didn't do this the other one, so I'm just going to drag all this in. There's all the files. Now, so you'll see why I've done this in a minute, because Resolve makes proxies pretty quick. Anyway, so what I've done, what I always do is go up to here, go to preferences, and on media storage, it tells you where your proxies are going to go. So proxy subfolder in media, I don't want it there. User project settings, you can set that up in the project or ask when creating. I always leave it on that. So save. And then we go to preferences down here. And on master settings, scroll down, you've got proxy media format. And I'm going to put that to ProRes LT. It's also got some other really good ones on here you don't see on the others. If you go down to the bottom, you've got DNXHRLB, which is Avid's low bandwidth one. If you use Avid Media Composer, I'll do one on Avid Media Composer. It's their sort of like ProRes proxy. Now this works really well in a Windows environment, a mixed environment, or whether you're working with Avid guys, because obviously that's the native format. But also ProRes isn't native to Windows, but you could just install the Avid codecs on any platform on Windows or Mac, and you get the same thing. So it's a bit agnostic. Anyway, let's do ProRes. I'm on a Mac here, so let's do ProRes 42 proxy, and then we'll save it. Okay, so, and how do we create the proxy? So I'll just select the footage in the media pool, right click, and up here in the sort of contextual menu, we've got generate proxy media. So I hit that and ask me where I want to put it. Let's create a new folder and call it C2. Create. Okay, and then open. And off it goes. You can see that that's 42 gig of RED 6K Komodo footage, and it's tearing through it. What's that, 57? Now, the reason I didn't do this for the other ones is everything else takes a lot longer than this to do it. Resolve is really quick. I'll come to this in a separate video about which one is the best thing to do your proxies in, but I can tell you what, I don't know why inside of Resolve, even though it's on a Mac, you'd think Final Cut could do it, or Compressor, but it just flies through. Resolve's really, really optimized for the M1 Max. Here we go. Look, it's at 55%, 31 seconds. So just let it go through. I think one of the reasons that the Resolve's really becoming like the forefront of editing as a tool, because it just works so well on the platforms. So it's great on a Mac, it's great on Windows, it's great on the iPad. Here we go, 85. So that's 42 gig of 42 gig of RED media, and it's done. Okay, so how do we use the proxies? Up here, similar thing to Premiere, but this is done so much better. The drop down, prefer proxies. Now they're all lit up as proxies over here. Okay, so now my timeline is going to be proxies. I hit that, prefer camera originals, that switches off, and we absolutely know that we're not using proxies, and you can disable proxies completely. So prefer proxies. Let's grab those. Create new timeline. You select Eclipse. Great. There's my timeline, and it just works. There it is. Now, if I go back up here again, my proxies, switch that off, disable proxies. Well, let's actually do it on the color page. Just jump through in the color page. I'm still using my proxies. You can see them all the way through, that the proxies are all lit up. So let's just go up there again. On the top, you've got the proxy thing, prefer camera originals. Now you can see it's switched to HQ, which means that they're masters. Disable all proxies. Now you get back to the original. So there's no proxies involved in this at all. Super, super clever. Really, really easy to do. And yeah, so for proxies in Resolve, really, really, really simple. Anyway, hope that's useful. Thanks for watching.